Hey, I hope everybody's having a good day. I just wanted to come on here and talk about a couple things. The first one is today in New York City, over 80,000 healthcare workers got fired because they refused to take the jab. When healthcare workers that really know what's going on with our health and with vaccines and stuff like that, when they are not willing to take it and willing to lose their jobs, and not only lose their jobs, it just got passed or whatever that if they're not eligible for any unemployment benefits if they got fired or quit because they refused to comply. So if they're willing to lose and risk their livelihoods and lose their jobs because they don't want to take this jab, there's a reason. They're not, the media, the government, they're not telling us everything. There's a reason they are pushing for everybody to get it. There's no other reason that they are trying so hard, making business owners and companies say, if you don't get the jab, you're going to lose your job. They are doing anything they can to make people get this, and there's a reason. I don't know the reason, but I'm sure it's not good. That's the first thing. If we don't stand up against this government, against the fake president that we have and all their mandates, we're going to lose our freedoms forever. Look at people in Australia right now getting arrested because they don't wear their masks. They're in walking the streets, going on jogs or exercising, whatever, and if they don't have their mask on, they're getting arrested. I saw a video the other day of finally people in Australia, the people in Australia are finally standing up against the government. We, the people, don't understand how much power we actually have. There was a little clip the other day. It was a little cartoon clip. And it had a guy, there was a crowd of people, and the guy in the front had a whip, and he was whipping. He was whipping the crowd. Well, everybody got on their knees except for one guy. And he whipped, and the guy didn't stand down. Then another guy stood up, and he kept whipping, and other people stood up. Well, at the end of the clip, all the people in the crowd stood up, and the guy that was doing the whipping is the one that was on his knees. We, the people, need to stand up against this government. There is more of us than there are of them. We put them there. They work for us. We don't work for them. We don't do what they tell us to do because we put them there to work for us. This country is land of the free and home of the brave. People fought and died for those freedoms. And I'm not going to give mine away. Pretty soon, and it's happening, it hasn't even been a year that clown has been up there. And look what this country has turned into so far. In Canada, they're arresting pastors for having church.
Just say, play this album.
You can't even go to church in Canada, so they're doing church underground, like in the old days, when you couldn't even practice your religion. Now they're arresting and closing down churches and arresting people that are going to church. That's going to come here in this country if we don't watch out. This isn't about are you vaccinated? Are you unvaccinated? If you're not unvaccinated, you're infected. You're bad because you're not complying. No, we're standing up for our freaking rights as human beings in this country. It'd be different if they said, hey, it'd be good if you got this, but forcing you to get it, that's a different thing. Nobody's going to force me to do anything in a free country. And we need to come together as, I don't care if you're vaccinated. I have people, I have family members, I have friends, they're all vaccinated. I don't care what they do. That's their choice. That's the whole point of being in this country is you have your choice. Nobody needs to tell me I need to do something. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever, We need to come together as one people and stand up before our rights are gone. Period. The other thing, I'm sick and tired of people saying, well, if you get the vaccine, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get sick. It just means that it's not going to be as bad. Okay, well, right now, 85% of the people that are in hospitals right now with the vid, 85% of those people have got the vaccine. And again, I'm not saying get it, don't get it, whatever. You guys, do what you want to do. But people are saying, oh, if you get it, you won't get it as bad. Okay, well, then why is 85% of the people in the hospitals that have it got the vaccine? That means you got it pretty bad if you're in the hospital with it. So what happened to if you get the vaccine, you just won't get it as bad? The second thing is, if you get a vaccine, you're getting a vaccine to prevent you getting sick, not so you don't get it as bad. That'd be like when you're a little kid and you get your vaccines when you're little and you get a polio vaccine. It's not so if you get polio, you don't get it as bad. It's so you don't get polio. When you get the flu shot, it's not so you don't get the flu as bad. It's so you don't get the flu. That's the point of getting a vaccine. Not, oh, I'm going to get this so in case I get it, I don't get it as bad. That's not the point of a vaccine. And then all these people saying, well, not all these people, some people saying, oh, well, I got the vaccine, but I tested positive because somebody in my family got sick, so I had to go get tested. But I'm asymptomatic. You're either sick or you're not sick. I'm not walking around, oh, I got a cold, but I'm not sick. I have a cold. I got tested and I have a cold, but I am not sick. That means I'm not sick. That doesn't mean I'm sick and I'm just not showing symptoms. That means I'm not sick. So if these people are saying, well, I got tested, but I'm asymptomatic, I'm not showing any symptoms, that means you're not sick. That means probably your test was a bunch of crap. If you're sick, you're sick. If you're not sick, you're not sick. You're not, I have it, but I'm asymptomatic. I don't have any symptoms. That means you're not sick. Wake up. You people need to wake up. The more they keep you in fear, the more they keep this country in fear and all these people in fear, they're going to control everything you do. Everything. This isn't even about us, my age group or whatever. This is for our grandkids and our grandkids. What kind of country do you want them to grow up in? Do you want them to grow up in the country we grew up in, where we could do whatever we wanted and as long as it wasn't against the law, we can go out and do whatever? Or do you want them to be in a country like Australia right now, where you can't even leave your house without a vaccine passport? You can't even go for a walk outside if you don't have a mask on because they'll arrest you. And they're not just arresting. There was one video I saw, this girl didn't have a mask on and this cop choked her against the wall. She was telling him, I can't breathe. And it wasn't a little choke. I watched the video. He was choking her. Slammed her up against the wall and was choking her because she didn't have a mask on. Is that the country you want to live in? That's all I have to say. You guys have a good day. God bless.